Salut French 102 students, ça va? Welcome to video 6 of chapitre 4, and in this video we're going to be learning about le pronom I. So the pronoun I. And we don't have any pronoun like this in English, so it's a little bit different, and you're going to learn about a little bit of different word order from English to French. Okay, so the pronoun I. First of all, what is a pronoun? Okay, a pronoun is basically just a type of noun that substitutes for another noun. So in English, we have all kinds of pronouns like I in place of my name, or you if I'm referring to you instead of your name. I can say she instead of Mary. So I can use all different pronouns to avoid repeating myself in speaking or writing. So in French, of course, we have pronouns too. Le pronom I is a little bit special because it's a pronoun that substitutes for the word there. So if you use the name of a place in one sentence and you don't want to say it again, you would use the pronoun I to avoid doing that. So in the example right here, je vais au parc, in the second sentence, I might not want to say je vais au parc avec mes cousins. It would sound a little bit repetitive, right? So to substitute for au parc, I'm going to replace it with I, and I'm going to move it before the verb vais. So j'y vais avec mes cousins. So I go there. Notice that je, the I is dropped, and we attach the I to it. So j'y vais avec mes cousins. I go there with my cousins. Nous y allons à 3 heures. So we go there. And notice that normally the S at the end of nous would be silent, but because we're attaching it to the pronoun I, which is like a vowel sound, we have to have a liaison. Nous y allons à 3 heures. Okay, I would like you to try this now. So you can choose a place where you're going. It could be au parc. If you just want to try that, that's fine. If you want to choose another place, you could say je vais au musée. Je vais à la bibliothèque. Je vais à la librairie. Je vais au théâtre. Je vais à la plage. You can choose any of those places. And then in the second sentence, you can say who you're going to that place with. So, je vais avec ma mère, my mom. J'y vais avec mon père. J'y vais avec ma sœur, avec mon frère, avec mes amis. Okay, so you can choose any that you would like to do there. So, in this interaction coming up, just say where you are going and who you're going there with. Okay, so another couple of examples to look at with the pronoun I. If you have a sentence like il voudrait aller au cinéma, notice that you have, in this example, a conjugated verb, il voudrait, he would like, okay? And then I'm attaching an infinitive to that. So let's use some different colors. I think that can be helpful. And I'll put this verb in green. Okay, so I have a conjugated verb, I have a non-conjugated verb, what we call the infinitive. So he would like to go to the movies. Or it's a question. Would he like to go to the movies? Okay, oui, il voudrait y aller. So the conjugated verb stays the same, and the place where you're going is now going to get put in front of the verb aller. So, oui, il voudrait y aller. He would like to go there. So notice the word order is a little bit different. There does not come at the end of the sentence like it would in English. It goes before the infinitive or non-conjugated verb. Okay. Ils vont au musée. Okay, are they going to the museum? So, oui, ils y vont. Okay, so there's a liaison there, and the S of il becomes pronounced before the pronoun I. Ils y vont. All right, let's look at a few more examples with le pronom I, except this time we're going to be looking at the negative form of this. So in the negative, E remains immediately before the infinitive or the conjugated verb. So let's look at some examples of that. So, tu voudrais aller au parc? So, would you like to go to the park? And in this case, we're going to highlight, I'll put that in red, the ne and the pas, so you can see where that goes. Okay, so I could say, oui, j'ai envie d'y aller. I'll add oui there. If I wanted to say it in the affirmative, j'ai envie d'y aller. I feel like going there. So j'ai envie, I feel like, to go there. Okay, j'ai envie de quelque chose. J'ai envie d'y aller. If I want to make that negative, I'm going to put the ne and the pas around the conjugated verb in j'ai envie. Je n'ai pas envie d'y aller. So I do not feel like. That's the part that I'm making negative. I don't feel like going there. Je n'ai pas envie d'y aller. So there goes before aller. Okay, tu y vas aujourd'hui? Okay, so you are going, or are you going there today? Okay, I could answer in the affirmative. I could say, oui, j'y vais aujourd'hui. I'm going there today. If I want to make it negative, however, okay, I can add ne and pas to my sentence. Okay, so in this case, the conjugated verb is aller, tu vas. Okay, je vais. Je n'y vais pas aujourd'hui. So since vais is the conjugated verb here, I'm putting I before that, and I'm putting ne and pas around that. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to ask you these questions, and I'm going to give you the chance to answer either in the affirmative or the negative. Okay, so now it's your turn. Tu voudrais aller au parc? And the second question I'm going to ask you is, tu y vas aujourd'hui? Okay, and finally, we see the pronoun y in very common expressions like on y va. You will hear French people use this expression all the time when you're getting ready to go somewhere, or you're getting together a group of people and you're going to go off and do something. So someone might say on y va. On va just means like we go, or if it's a question, shall we go? I know we don't use shall a whole lot in American English. I think that's more common in British English. We might just say like, are we going? No, I don't think we'd use shall, but you get the idea. So e in this expression just means there. And I think if you're using this expression, you can just think of it as like a unit. You don't necessarily even have to think about the pronoun e. So on y va? Are we going? Are we ready? And to respond to that question, you might say j'y vais. So I'm going there. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. So these are good expressions, I think, to just kind of learn as chunks. You don't necessarily have to know the grammar rules to be able to use these easily. Okay, so I'll ask you that question and you can go ahead and answer it. Okay, on y va? All right, good. So I think this pronoun, it's a little bit to get used to. There are a few rules to follow here. There's definitely a change in word order that you might not be used to in English. So it's definitely a good idea to study this carefully, to look at the Mind Tap activities carefully, and even look for other online activities that you could do on your own to study this. So any questions that you have about le pronom I, definitely let me know. Drop by office hours, send me a question by email, and I'll be more than glad to help. À la prochaine!